Hi everybody, this is Tom with a very special episode of a podcast live from the Clock Global Institute conference in Las Vegas. And I'm here with a very special guest, and I'm extremely delighted to introduce Oyango Snell to my audience. Oyango is the executive director of Clock. And for those who do not know Clock yet, even though it has more than 6,000 members around the world, it's the Corporate Legal Operations Consortium, the largest peer-driven organization for legal operations in the world, aspiring to innovate and to standardize legal services. So Oyango, you are the executive director of an organization that is really at the centerpiece of innovation and change in the legal organization. Tell us a little bit about your observations. What are catalysts? What are maybe roadblocks to institute and embrace innovation in the legal space at scale?
Yeah. Well, these days when we're talking about innovation, we're mostly talking about generative AI and other artificial intelligence components, right? So for us, being at the center of that, we think that a catalyst really is going to be through education, but also trying to work to eliminate the fear that drives people from not engaging in artificial intelligence and seeking the types of technological tools that they need to be successful. One of the things that I think is important for us, though, as implementers, as innovators, is before we begin talking about developing or onboarding tools, we have to first understand what business problems are we trying to solve. And I think that's where some of us are making some mistakes. We're rushing to incorporate or implement AI because it's the trendy, popular thing to do, but we really don't know why we're doing it other than the fact that we should all be doing it, right? So there's kind of like chicken egg theory. One, I think that it's important for us to be thinking about the generative AI or the artificial intelligence components that we need to be incorporating into our daily business practices. But then there's also taking a step back and understand why you're doing what you're doing. What problems are you trying to solve?
So this is one key element. In our pre-conversation, we identified one key fundamental change that needs to happen, and that is the shift from risk and anxiety to opportunity and chance. And the legal ops community plays a very vital role in helping the legal community in general to really change that mindset towards the opportunities that these eras bring.
As a lawyer myself, I know that our kind of number one job is to do no harm to a client, right? So we're risk mitigators by trade. We know, or we try to analyze, decision A will get you this outcome, decision B will get you this outcome, decision C will get you this outcome. And after looking at those options, you advise your client on the one that will have the most or the least impact to your bottom line, to your reputation, to your overhead, whatever business decision they're trying to make. I think that as business-minded people who are legal ops professionals, they have an opportunity to bring value to the table by dissecting those choices from a more analytical business perspective. And I think that's where legal ops really can be more valuable to the legal profession in order to help enhance and increase business production on legal teams.
So you are an attorney, you were a general counsel, you are an adjunct assistant professor. So you have been seeing the whole ecosystem of legal services, also in terms of industry association work. You personally, what is your key contribution to the change within our industry?
I see my role as being a catalyst in two different ways. One, there is the output to our members into the legal ecosystem. One is creating the space to have forums and educational opportunities, the sharing of best practices, whether it's through our technological community tool or whether it's through events and opportunities like at CGI. So having the opportunity to be able to bring together people, to be able to share best practices as to what's going on in the AI space, talk about the different tools that are available, because I think that's one of the problems. When you say the word AI, or two words actually, it's such a big, broad machine or
Yes.
vast thing, right? I think when we start identifying, well, what in AI, like, are we talking ChatGPT? Are we talking about a co-pilot component that's added on to your daily Microsoft products? Are we talking about something else? So when you talk about it individually, you're speaking about it in terms of how an individual is trying to create or complete a task. When you just say AI, that's scary because that's the broad universe. So I think it's incumbent upon us to understand when we say AI, what we mean is what's germane to you to execute on the business practices that you have to execute for your organization. So I think that's one of the avenues or as a catalyst that we can play. Second, very quickly, I think one of the things that I think my role as executive director is quite key in is we also have to walk the walk as an organization.
Very good.
We have to create or implement rather AI tools that benefit our members and our stakeholders in interacting with Clock and interfacing with Clock, whether it's through the CGI experience or just the daily experience of your monthly webinars or other components, communicating with each other, understanding what tools are available for them to be able to use through the organization. How can we make our members' lives easier through the use of artificial intelligence? So that's the question. It's the question that I have. I don't have an answer yet, but those are some of the things that we're exploring so that we can also walk the walk behind this AI transformation.
And having immediate gains and benefits. I think this is what I learned also here at the conference. This generic concept of AI doesn't sell.
No.
You really want to see what's in for me on a very personal level and not in 2 years, in 2 weeks or 2 days ideally, including real time gain so that we can be better partners at work, better partners at home, better partners to ourselves. So these are really critical takeaways for me. And with that, Oyango, I really think our audience is appreciating this ad hoc podcast. You've been spending more time than I had hoped for and wished. So I appreciate this and I wish you all the best. And I hope that there is opportunity to not just shake hands, but work together and drive this jointly.
Well, this is the start of it. Appreciate you.
Thank you
so much for having me.
Thank you.